Hi there, my name is Julie McMahon and I am a Canadian immigration representative here in Canada. I'm actually located in Vancouver, BC, and as you can see, I'm working from home and I just love it. But I'm one of the fortunate people that can work from home these days, and I know that a lot of people are really going through a hard time right now. And, I've been thinking about all of you guys, and I've been thinking about, ways that we can maybe make it easier for people to immigrate to Canada. The priority of the Canadian government remains permanent residency, and we are expected to exceed our permanent residency targets by quite a bit. Even if you cannot travel, you can actually obtain your PR visa and then travel later if you need to. So express entry remains an extreme priority for the Canadian government, and it just seems to grow and grow and grow as the pandemic continues. One of the things that we have seen, and myself as an instructor for express entry for immigration, I have seen this platform just explode, basically. And temporary residence has lost its priority for the moment, but PR, permanent residency to Canada, has remained extremely strong. Okay, so today I would like to show you a tool that I've been working on for the last year or so, sporadically, but I'm glad that, in this times, it may come in handy for some of you. So I'm just going to go into the ICCRC website, and this is the body that regulates Canadian immigration professionals in Canada. And I have typed in my name here, and I have brought up my contact information and license so that you can know that you're actually speaking to and listening to, at the moment, someone who is actually registered and has a federal license to operate an immigration business in Canada. Okay, so I'm just going to go out of there. And this is my company, Immigrant Business BC, and you can find me at this information here anytime. You can drop me an email, you can ask me a question, and I will do my best to get back to you within a timely framework. Okay, so I'm just going to go into our document here, and I'm just going to sort of minimize myself and go into a tool that I use in my practice, but I also make it available potentially for others to use and to utilize. So again, I'm just going to minimize myself. Okay, so this is the Express Entry Toolkit. And Express Entry is actually a management system. It's actually an algorithm and a management tool that the government of Canada uses, and many different programs actually feed into the system. So it's not about just going and filling in some details. It's actually more about doing an evaluation to see if you are actually eligible in a program that the government runs that's feeding into the Express Entry system. Okay, so before you do anything else, you need to stop and you need to ask yourself, who is actually qualified here to begin the process. So it's not all about the points. It just isn't. And people get caught up in the points and the comprehensive ranking system, and they start to panic, right? And they start to think, I don't have enough points. Well, it's not so much about that as it is actually about seeing if you qualify in one of these three programs here, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the Canadian Experience class, or the Federal Skilled Trades class, but also the provincial nominee classes in each province of Canada. And Canada is a very large country. all of those provincial programs also feed into the Express Entry program. So in the case of British Columbia, where I'm located, we have the BC PNP programs that are feeding into the system as well. Okay, so it is very important that the first step with Express Entry is to figure out if you actually qualify for a program. So don't worry about the points initially, but you want to see if you actually qualify. Okay, now who is the perfect applicant for Express Entry? Well, you're generally speaking between the ages of 20 and 29. Your language scores are very, very strong. So we know for the Federal Skilled Worker Program, you have to have a CLB level 7 in each ability. Okay, so the Government of Canada does not factor in a wide band score. They want you to have a CLB of at least 7 for the FSW program in each ability. Okay, so all 4 abilities must score a CLB level 7. Education, you must have, for most cases, a bachelor's degree, and you will get more points if you have a master's degree. Canadian work experience, it has been found that approximately 45% of all people that are invited to apply for permanent residency have at least 1 year plus of Canadian work experience. That means that these people came on a work permit before they actually applied for permanent residency. Okay, and foreign work experience, 80% of people that get an ITA actually have at least 1 to 3 years of skilled work experience in their home country. Okay, so those are the people that the government is prioritizing and continues to prioritize for permanent residency. You know, it is a very high threshold, and people don't realize, the immigrants that are coming to Canada are some of the most educated people in the world. They are skilled workers, and they've worked hard in their lives, and they have, a lot of education and a lot of skills. So, those are the priorities. Now, I just want to touch on a few other things in the guide that we provide to our clients. And again, we can provide the guide to you for a nominal fee. We don't charge a lot for it if you want to try and do it yourself. We will charge for a consultation. We will charge for doing the application for you. But if you want to give it a try, you can. But you must go through the guide if you're doing it on your own in detail, and you must follow the directions that we have given you. We have gone through the ministerial instructions. We have gone through all of the comprehensive ranking system, and we have defined all of the different sections of the comprehensive ranking system so that you know what foreign work is, you know what Canadian work is, you know what you need to be able to put your education credentials in the tool. Okay, so it is quite comprehensive. And, it's almost 400 pages. So, again, a lot of work, a lot of time went into putting the guide together. And again, at the end part of the guide, I have actually pasted in examples that you can follow in order to be able to do your permanent residency application yourself. Okay, so that is just an overview of the Express Entry Toolkit. And I just want to wrap up by saying that, again, this is Julie McMahon at Immigrant Business BC, and we are here to assist you and guide you. And again, we can do your application for you. We could do a consultation. I'm more than happy to do an evaluation for you, but you can also gain access to the toolkit. And the toolkit will give you a really good, solid basis to start the process if paying for a full application and a legal representative to help you is out of the cards for you and not possible. Okay, so again, I thank you very much for listening today, and I wish you all the best in your Canadian